The world's getting ready for World War III and the East-West conflict, and, the high terror alert for the Muslims. They're coming to get us. They're coming out of the woodwork. They're awakening, man. You better pick which side you're on. The rest of the world is saying they're at war with America. Well, we're in America, and that's not the way it really is, although they're treating us like we're the enemy. I mean, they haven't got all Karamatsu on us yet, brothers and sisters. They haven't interned us yet, but it feels like it could be any day sometimes. What if I really tried to be a positive influence? What if I offered to be the guy that wants to help? Yeah, I mean, I actually, they keep saying they don't have people that understand anything. They don't have people that know the culture. They don't have people that know the language. I know the language. I know the culture. I've actually traveled to Egypt. I've traveled to Saudi Arabia. I've traveled to Pakistan and Afghanistan, the northern areas. I've traveled to Bosnia in the war. I actually know a lot of the people. I actually know a lot of the scholars and kind of what's going on. What if I actually tried to be a part of the solution instead of being part of the problem? What if I actually wrote a letter to the president? Well, this is George W. Bush. That's kind of crazy. You're going to be one of those guys who writes a letter to the president. Yeah, what if I just said, that's it, I'm not scared anymore. I'm going to just write a letter to the president and say, I'm the guy who is willing to help. If you're really looking for someone who's willing to help, maybe I'm the guy you're looking for. I mean, if you're looking for someone to resolve a conflict, to try and make things better, to bridge the translation gap, to bridge hearts and minds. I mean, it sounds good, but why isn't it actually happening? Why is there all kinds of chaos in Iraq and Afghanistan? And this is really crazy. A Muslim mujahid living in America, writing to the President of the United States, saying he's willing to help while they're hunting you down. I draft a letter to the President. George W. Bush, from Salim Siddiqui. I even go so far as to suggest I would become an American citizen and pledge the oath to the Constitution of the United States. I mean, I even suggest I'm willing to become an American citizen and I'm willing to be a part of the solution. And I draft a letter and I think like a crazy person. I'm actually going to send it to the president, and I send a copy to the White House, the NSA, the FBI, the CIA, a bunch of different places. My name's Salim Siddiqui, and this is the strangest story you've ever heard. Oh, those of you who are just now awakening on the face of the earth, and you are wondering what is the true story, and you are thinking to yourselves, do those of the true light actually go to the leadership and offer themselves in service? And if they were to do such a thing, how would they be treated? What do you think they did for me, brothers and sisters? I get called to come into the FBI again, obviously. The agent wants to know, what is this? What is this about? I tell him exactly what I'm thinking. I tell him, listen, we've talked about this so many times. It's the Houston field agent at the FBI's field office in Houston, and I'm telling him, look, you know me, I've talked to you so many times, there's actually real problems, and I think I could actually help. Does that seem so crazy? And I can remember one time him asking me this hypothetical situation, and it's post 9/11, and he's asking me something like, Let's say you're on a plane and there's a terrorist with a gun or a bomb or something like that, and what would you do? Would you try to stop him? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm on the plane, right? Right? This is a plane that I'm flying on, right? Somebody wants to take down a plane that I'm flying on. I don't understand the nature of your question. No, he's asking me, no, if somebody was trying to bring down the plane and I'm on it, would I try to help? And I'm still thinking in my mind, I'm not sure what you mean, because I'm on the plane, right? Right? Like, I mean, we're not talking about a plane somewhere else and I'm not on it. No, somebody wants to bring down a plane and I'm on it, right? And I'm trying to say, listen, if I'm on a plane and some crazy Muslim gets up with a weapon and says, Allah, 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 something, I will be the first guy to get up and go smack him in the head. Sit down, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not here to hurt anybody. There are people who have a basic concept of understanding at this point in their lives. Will you resolve a conflict by greater bloodshed and killing? Or have you figured out that greater bloodshed and killing won't resolve the conflict? This concept applies to those in the East. This concept applies to those in the West. Because those in the West who continue to maintain that they are superior and more enlightened than those in the East, their argument is that the best way for them to resolve the current conflicts on the earth is with boots on the ground and at the barrel of a gun. Really? That doesn't seem that enlightened. Well, where do you get off being a Muslim? You guys are the jihadi guys. You guys are the guys saying, you know, it's our job to take over the whole world. Well, I'm not saying it's our job to take over the whole world. I'm saying we will take over the whole world. But it's not about we. It's not about, oh, I'm going to take over the whole world and I'm going to be the leader of anything, or the next Muslim guy or the next Muslim guy. It is about the definition of Islam and the definition of Muslim. Someone who has learned to submit themselves to a higher cause. Someone who is truly in that state where their personal desires, their personal ego, their personal whims do not supersede what is best for others. They are in service to others, not in service of themselves. That is truly the state of Islam. That is truly the state of the noble heart. That is true faith. But see, I don't understand that myself, and I'm not even at that state. I'm confused, and I'm trying to do something good, and now I'm being interrogated by the FBI, and they're asking me, what do you think you're doing? If you want to help, go through the lie detector and let us screen you and do what we've been asking you, or, you know, give us information on who you think is a threat and which mosque is possibly more trouble. And, you know, maybe we could have you go into different places and get information on people. And I keep saying it. I'm saying it very clearly. I'm saying to them, if you want to resolve conflicts, I'm the guy that you use. If you want to fix a situation, I'm the guy that you use. If you have somebody who you think is crazy on the edge and you want to bring them off of the edge, you send me. I'll go bring back the guy from the edge anywhere. But you keep asking me to go into places and collect information to try and frame people. You want me to be a snitch on people. You want me to help jail more people and trap them in the wrong. Isn't that the way the current government works? Try to trap those who are vulnerable and fall prey to the rhetoric. Whether it's from the government, whether it's from the mosque, whether it's from the crazy sheikh, whether it's from the internet, whatever it is, the system is designed to entice people into a trap. And I don't want to be a part of that. See, every time anybody goes in to try and work with the government, it's like I was telling my dad so many years ago, you never know what the con is. You never know what the hustle is. You never know which piece on the chessboard is being played. And if you let yourself go in, they're going to play you. And I'm not into being played. I'm here to help. If you want help, I can try to help. But nobody actually wants to resolve the conflict. And I don't understand why that is. And everybody who knows that you're working even slightly with the government now thinks you've probably made some deal, or you've probably cut some secret deal. My name is Salim, son of Shamshad from the family of Siddiqui, and I am a mujahid in the path of Allah, on the sunnah of His messenger. And oh, brothers and sisters, I took the deal. But what deal are we actually talking